It's so nice to have you. And please I'm so honored because like she's my friend. And she's like,
yeah, she's not making it up, trust me.
And then she's like an inspiration to me. So please just introduce yourself, and introduce yourself.
Okay, thank you so much, Lisekelo, for having me. I'm actually really excited for one specific reason. It's because I get to be so comfortable and free during an interview. I think this is the first time that has ever happened because most interviews are intense, they want to hear serious things from you. But yeah, thank you for having me. And my name is Florence Jedidiah Mulenga, and I'm a science advocate. And yeah, I love the Lord. Yeah.
So, by the way, she's very specific about her name, Jedidiah. When you write down her name, don't leave it out.
Yes, don't leave it out.
So, tell us a backstory on the name Jedidiah.
Okay, Jedidiah, first of all, is a name I gave to myself. The reason is simple. Solomon in the Bible was given the name Jedidiah when he was born. That's the name God had chosen for him. I am such a huge fan of King Solomon, a huge fan. It's not just the wealth for me, it's the amount of wisdom he had, the knowledge he had, the influence he had on people. People traveled nations just to come and listen to him. And there's even a part that talks about how he had knowledge about even plants. And I'm in pharmacy and plants are things. So I just drew so much inspiration from him, even though he did go off the path at some point. But still more, he's someone that I really, really look up to, and it's like I've met him before. So yeah, he's closer to my heart. Yeah. So I love the name. So when I saw Jedidiah, I was like, I can't give myself Solomon, but Jedidiah sounds like something that can work. So yeah, I gave myself that name.
Wow, I'm so inspired. Anyway, from today.
Wait, Lisekelo, you're so inspired. Tell me, what are you inspired about the name?
Yes, I feel like it's most of us just have this name because our parents just thought, oh, it's a cute name. Okay, let me just give my child this name.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, me, I have a cute name. Yes, and that name is so powerful. I feel like it's so powerful because you actually drew inspiration from this person, and this person is such a significant person. And as you said, you're in pharmacy, and they had knowledge about plants. That's something that you've taken personally.
Yeah.
From what we can see. And for me, I love King David.
Yeah.
Yes, I love King David.
It's so hard to choose.
These
guys are amazing. Today I like King Solomon. I'm King David.
And you know what's shocking is I never actually looked at King Solomon like that. Yeah. So I've actually learned from you because of this heart you have for him. I've learned, because every time someone mentions Solomon, it's the concubines, the wives, they always have something negative to say. So
no, I really looked at the positive aspect of him. I just feel he has a lot to bring to the table.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, you've heard. Name yourself. So, just give us a backstory of your school, from baby class maybe, to where you are now.
Okay, that's a very difficult.
If you can just summarize, compress.
That's so many years. That's 22 years in summary. But I'm not sure if I went through baby class, but one thing I know is my mom was a teacher where I started my education from.
Okay.
I don't know if I started in grade 1 or what, but one thing I know is I started school at the age of 3. I probably started grade 1 at the age of 3. Okay, anyways, I'm not sure about the calculations, but what I know is that I finished school when I was 15 years old in 2014. So yeah, let's go back. So when I started at Royal Highway Academy. My mom was a teacher there, and she was so strict on me. She made sure I studied, made sure I did my homework, and I really appreciate that right now, because I could see that even though I was always the youngest in my class, I would always pick up, and I would always do very well because of the background that my mom gave me. She told me I could read newspapers at the age of 3. I don't know.
That actually reminds me of Natasha Mwanza.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know about that. But yeah, my mom made sure I was so into school, like even at a very young age. So yeah, I was at Royal Highway Academy. Then no, actually I started with Pearl's Gate Academy. Then after Pearl's Gate, I went into Royal Highway Academy. Royal Highway Academy went to Lusaka Girls.
Okay.
So from private I went to government now.
Okay.
Things now changed, yeah, from private school. And it's not that I went to private school because we could afford.
Yeah.
It was because my mom was a teacher there.
Yeah,
so it would be easier to to get into that school. So it was a change of environment, and I was like, okay, this is the other side of life. I was so used to hanging around with people who are coming from amazing backgrounds, and I was the only one who was coming from that background whereby I can't really afford this school, but I'm here, praise God. And then now I went to a school where people were coming from different backgrounds where they couldn't even afford maybe a meal and whatnot. So I appreciated that I got to experience both environments and I got to experience both backgrounds. So yeah, it was really an amazing and interesting journey. So from there, from Saka Girls, I went to Sunshine, wrote my grade 7 because my mom's sister felt like when you're writing your exam, you need like really intensive, how can I put it, intensive learning, and private schools offer that. So my mom's young sister was like, no, you take them to a private school for grade 7. So that's why I did my grade 7, and then I went to Roma Girls from grade 8 to 12. And then Roma Girls was just a whole beautiful experience. I think they say that your best moments are during high school.
Yeah, I can attest. So you completed in 2014. 2014. That's amazing. And you were 15.
Yeah, I was 15. Yeah.
That's amazing. And just tell us a bit about university, because you are in 3rd year pharmacy.
No, fourth. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna agree. No, I'm in 4th. In fact, next year I'm in 5th, so I'm in 5th.
You're completing next year, which is so amazing, and we're completing together.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. I'm not in pharmacy, I'm in law school.
Yeah, she's in law school. She's a lawyer.
Yes, which is like amazing. What inspired you to get into pharmacy, to do pharmacy?
Well, let me give you this question.
Yeah.
So there's a disease and there's a cure. Which one are you more interested in?
The cure.
Yeah, I was more interested in the cure than the disease.
Wow.
So medicine was mostly focused on the disease, and which is okay. Like, you need to understand the disease for you to design a cure. And then pharmacy is more focused on the cure itself, like the drug molecule, how it's being manufactured from step 1 to the consumer, to the patient receives it. So for me, that's what I was interested in. It just gave me so much interest. I wasn't a fan of chemistry, but I was amazed as to how just one molecule can save a whole life. Like, someone who was about to die will come back to life because of just that one pill. So for me, that was interesting and intriguing, and my aunt added to the passion. She did pharmacy at Evelyn Horn, and our neighbors would always come to her to find out what medicine they can take. They would even come to her to confirm if this is the medicine they should actually take, because that's what the doctor told them. So they just want to confirm with her if that's the medicine they're supposed to take. So for me, that was really inspiring, and I decided to take up that journey.
Wow. You know, like most of us, when we hear of pharmacy, we just think of the people by 2 in the morning, you know, and we actually don't know like their work that's you know, involved, and you know that people actually like oh my God, I feel like this has opened my heart.
Do you know one of the richest businesses in the world?
No.
It's the pharmaceutical business.
Yeah.
Because people take medicine every single day.
Yeah.
Like every single day. So you find that these people, even billionaires, would rather even invest in a pharmaceutical company because they know how much is going to come out from that. The vaccines, you've seen how mandatory it is for every single person to have a vaccine. Now, how much do you think that pharmaceutical company is making if every single person is supposed to have a vaccine? So you find that the pharmacy that we see here in Zambia is maybe where like 2 in the morning to what, but out there it's like a whole production phase. You're producing, you're not just the one saying drink 2, drink 1 in the morning. And even here in Zambia, people don't know something. They don't know that you can't own a pharmacy without a pharmacist license. You understand? So you can't run or operate a pharmacy. And pharmacists are like, if you interview anybody who owns a pharmacy, they're probably a millionaire or something, because they make so much money. People are drinking medicines every single day. If you open a pharmacy just outside there, you're guaranteed of making a lot of money. So you find that you can't operate one without a license from a pharmacist. So meaning that adds a lot of value to the pharmacist, him or herself. I won't tell you how much they charge for that, but it's lots of money. So I feel that pharmacy is about how you take it. Most people have decided to take it as an entrepreneurship thing, because let's not even lie to ourselves, people are running away because they want greener pastures. So for those who haven't gone outside the country, a way of expanding themselves is a way of now creating an entrepreneurship journey in that pharmacy area, and they're doing pretty fine and they're doing pretty well. And in pharmacy, you work in different areas, you're not just restricted to the hospital. And a lot of people are actually going outside the hospital to create impact in other areas. But there are people who are actually very passionate about clinical pharmacy. So I think I've said too much.
You said just enough. Like I've learned. Guys, I'm venturing.
We have people who they've been studying for years and years, and then they come back to you and say, how can I join pharmacy? Because they know that I'll be spending too much money getting a pharmacist to use their license for my pharmacy, so maybe I should just go study it myself and get a license myself. But then that will be again so many years, so you still have to come back for my license. So it's quite interesting.
So wow. And I'm also aware that you are a science advocate, which is like a big deal, because I've seen you on these like big platforms, and that's like, I'm so inspired, you know, like, oh my god, how is, as I mentioned, you know, in our private chat, that, you know, you are so small and yet you're doing like big things. You know, like how did it start, and why become an advocate?
Okay, so I had a conversation with you before the interview. I was telling you about who inspired me to be where I am today here, and that's Natasha Monza. I'm sure you're going to have her on your show soon. But that young lady really inspired me. Whenever she was giving a testimony in church, I was seated there and I'm like, I'm probably asking God for little things. I need to go all out on God. Yes, because she made me realize that God can give you all the things that you desire. I did desire to put a good name to science, because it's something that people are like, it's just for geniuses and all that, but science is really fun, and that's what I wanted the world to see. But then I was seated not doing anything about it, and I looked at Natasha Monza. She was standing up for young people. That's what she was passionate about, you know, and she used her voice, and this even opened doors and opportunities for her beyond obviously her wildest dreams. And for her, it was about her passion. So I was like, how can I use my passion to be able to create impact? And for me, I realized that I loved science, and I wanted people to see science the way I see it. So that's what I wanted. So when I saw her doing it, I was like, wow, this girl is inspiring. I think I need to step out of my comfort zone and really just create a name for science, promote science and technology. Like these things are fun. Technology, we wouldn't be doing this without tech, guys. Like, it's fun, it's exciting. You guys need to be excited.
So one thing that you talked about a lot is how Natasha Monza inspired you, and how her testimonies just made you, you know, ask God for bigger things. So tell us a little bit about how you got saved and how you. Oh, we are at the same church, by the way. We go to COL.
In my city.
Yeah, how you met. You know how you got introduced to COL, but first we want to hear about your testimony. Like, oh my God! So just tell us a little bit about
I'll
yourself.
package your question.
Yeah.
So how I heard about COL was through my mom's young sister, Mrs. Mbolela.
Okay.
She was so big on change. Like, I was one of those. I'm like, why does this person not change so much? I'm just like, I don't know. I used to think, hey, it takes a lot to give your life to Christ. So I was just chilled, miss church here and there, and I was comfortable, give all excuses as to why I shouldn't go to church. Yeah, so she invited me a couple of times, and the more she invited me, the more I started going on my own, because I used to enjoy Apostle Frederick Kalunuma's sermons. Like, it was something different from what I was used to. So I just used to listen, and I was like, I think I want to be a part of this. There was a time she invited me for an overnight for crossing over to the next year. So when I went for that overnight, that was the time I started, I think, making a decision to just keep going on my own without her inviting me. So she would also even get shocked that I'm actually going to church without her invitation. So I'd actually I kept going and going. And then Apostle Frederick once said, are you a member or you are just a frequent visitor? He was asking everyone in the church, like, we need to reflect, are we a frequent visitor or are we a member? So like, but why am I not signing the membership form? That's how I signed the membership form, and I even joined the media department. And then I even made a deliberate decision to get baptized. And it's been like an amazing journey through it all. And it's been really exciting. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted with the noise in the background, but I hope you bear with me. So yeah, I was really excited about the journey. I was excited about the growth, because I was now growing spiritually each and every day. And then testimony time was like my favorite. It would build me up. I would be excited just to listen to people's testimonies. So that's how I used to hear Natasha's testimonies, and they also kept building me in my space as well, the mountains of influence. So I would be inspired. And yeah, like, I know everybody has it known, like the day they actually got saved. I know I'm supposed to have it known, but I really don't. I just remember Apostle inviting us to his place, and there's a lady who told us to confess Christ as our Lord and personal Savior, and it was confirmed there and then, and we gave our lives to Christ. Of course, I can't remember the exact date, but at least I can remember my baptism date. Not really date, but month. Yeah. So yeah, I was very excited, honestly, and I could see a change in my life the moment I got saved. I started thinking a different way. I was thinking positive impact on the world. Like, it was just a different experience, And I remember there was this Dominion conference that happened in 2019, and that really changed my life. I received a word that day that it permanently changed my life, like permanently. So there's that aspect of fellowshipping with fellow believers, whereby you even get revelations about certain things that you wouldn't get on an ordinary day. So yeah, it was really exciting, and yeah, my life changed, and God helped me see what exactly He had designed me for. Like, of course, nobody is always like certain about what they're supposed to be doing, but at least when you're doing something else, you should feel, okay, I feel I'm going in the right direction. And for me, that's the feeling that I got, that whatever I'm doing, at least I'm going in the right direction. Yeah, so I'm sorry I was distracted with the noise in the background, but I hope I said sensible things.
Like, I'm in awe. Like, she's my friend.
Yes, she's not lying. Yeah, in case I become like the next Oprah, you'll be like, that girl. Guys, I can even post a video where we're chatting.
You can like even give reference to this video,
you know, guys. Hashtag what.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm so inspired by you, you know, like every time. Guys, the first time I actually knew her, she was giving a testimony of how I don't know what she did. I can't remember. But then she was given a ticket to go to like South Africa.
Oh,
yeah.
Was that in 2020 or 2019?
Somewhere there, I think 2019.
Okay.
And then I was just like, what's this girl? And you know, like we're in the same, like we are age mates somewhere there. And then like, how does she like, but I feel like she's also like helped me like, you know, shape kind of like, yes, like what I do now. She's played a huge role and she doesn't actually know. So like, so like I was like, I need to have like something to like, let me just talk to her like an interview. And I've never regretted, guys. Pick your friends wisely. You've seen some of us, the connection. Yeah, so from what we have talked about, is there something you want to like add on, you know?
Yes, I'd like to thank Lusekelo for having me on her channel, and I know her channel is going to grow. I bless your channel. Yeah, I was talking to her about how I'm going to start a YouTube channel soon, so it takes a lot of guts, a lot of courage, and I'm really proud of the steps that you're taking, and keep doing what you do. Don't give up. As long as you're passionate about what you're doing, it's going to work out for your good. So we're happy. She's being so funny. So anyways, it's now time to ask Lusekelo questions because she's just been asking me. I thought this is going to be a two-way thing because I also like interviewing people. I actually don't like being interviewed.
Yeah.
I like interviewing people. So Lusekelo, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay.
Background, story. Yeah.
Okay, so my name is Lusekelo, as you all know. I'm the owner of this channel.
CEO, boss lady.
Yeah, I was born in Lusaka and we moved to Kabwe in the southern province. I was actually raised in the southern province.
Wow.
We came we came to Lusaka when I was like in grade 6. And the first language I actually learned how to read was Tonga.
Oh, really?
Yeah, even like before English.
Serious? How do you greet in Tonga?
Muributi,
And then how do you answer?
Rabotu,
Huh?
Gabotu. But I'm actually Kaonda and Lunda.
Okay.
Yes. While we were in Southern Province, I love how my mom raised us. We never lost who we were. Because it's very easy to, when you integrate, to forget who you really are. You just become like, you know, a part of, yeah. So like we constantly used to use Kaonde. So I used to speak Kaonde. Yeah, I knew how to speak Kaonde very well. And even when we came here, I never forgot how to speak Tonga. I was still a fluent Kaonde speaker, and by then I've never visited Northwestern, but I was still like constant.
So how do you get in Kaonde?
Mujibiye P.
And then how do you respond?
Bulongo.
Ask me.
Mujibiye.
Bulongo.
Yeah, that's it. So when I came here, I was.
Hi. Welcome to our YouTube channel. That's Lisa, guys. She's a medical student. She's in 5th year and she's amazing.
So I hope you didn't capture me when I'm looking oily.
Yeah, I'm listening to you right now. You look amazing. I like your dreads.
So when we came here, I wasn't really the smartest kid because I didn't like school. You know, I always wanted to do something else.
Yeah.
Like, I was wanted to play. I was like, you know, and my mom always like kept me, you know, like no matter what. Yes, my mom has been like amazing. My dad too. You too, dad. Yes. Yeah. So like I went to Witikila for my high school. Yeah, I went to Witikila, then I went to Kablonga Girls for just a short period of time, then I went to Kasisi. That's why I did my grade 12. And then I'm in law school, guys. Yeah, that's pretty much about it.
Awesome. So from not liking school to being a lawyer. So anyways, tell us what made you study law.
For me, I've always wanted to help people, like solve cases, like just be because I believe there's always like three sides of the story. There's always the one side, the second side, and the truth. And they, because everyone would want to defend themselves, and we've like there's so much to law. Many people when they think about law, they'll just think, oh, they obviously like want to defend criminals so that they can make money for themselves. And law is like so wide, like every company these days, like you need a lawyer.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, hospitals need lawyers because doctors are sued every day, hospitals are sued every day, and
pharmacies
every day, and you always need a lawyer, and it's important to understand the law because from there you know your rights. When you know your rights, you know that this person can go this far. I'm allowed to do this. It's like us children of God. You are a child of God, but then if you haven't read the Bible, you don't know what you're capable of. So if you haven't, that's why I actually ask people to always read the Constitution. Read as many laws as you can, because when you know your rights, you know what you are given as a citizen. You know how far you can go, because this is So that's as a lawyer, I can interpret the law and I can educate people about the law, because every country, everywhere you go, there are rules and regulations that you have to follow. But how will you follow things you don't know? That's why people are sued for negligence and whatnot, because they don't know. So my aim is to educate.
All right, awesome. To educate, to empower, to make sure people know their rights. Exactly. Read your Constitution. I hope you have the Constitution with you. But another question is also your faith. You mentioned how people should know their Bible and all that. So tell us a little bit about your faith in conclusion.
So for me, I actually met Pastor in 2019. That was November.
When you say pastor, they don't know who you're talking
about. Apostle Frederick Madaliso. Elijah Kalum, as Pastor Cho. As Pastor Cho would say. I met him in 2019. He actually invited me to his office. And me coming from a traditional church, there were certain beliefs that, women don't speak out in church. Like I always, that's how I was raised, and I lived by that. And there were other things. And when I met him, he didn't there's just a way that he talked to me. Because growing up, I always believed there was a problem. I always believed that was a problem, and when he he just started the way he was just talking to me, and he told me, "You're actually a good kid," and that honestly shocked me. I was in awe, how me, and he changed my life because he was amazing throughout till date. He always supports my dreams. He always finds time for me, and this is a busy pastor with more than 1,000 people to pastor, but yet he still finds time for me, and he prays for me, and he teaches me the word, and what more can I ask for? And it's been history ever since.
Wow, that's really amazing, and it's really exciting to know your side of the story as well. So to close, tell us exactly why you started your YouTube channel and why people should subscribe.
Why I started my YouTube channel is, for me, as we had a conversation before we started filming. I like to get people inspired. That's why I have people like you today, so that someone's spirit can be lifted. There are people who are scared to live outside their comfort zone because one judgment. People always judge you, by the way, whether you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing. And sometimes there are people who are just a little too scared, jump the bridge. But I want to, my aim is to bring people like Florence here, so that when you hear, she's just 22 years old and she's achieved so many things, she's done so many things, that when I look at her, I'm just wow, I'm so blessed. And I also want someone else to feel what I'm feeling when I have an encounter with her. And so much more, to get inspired, to get motivated, and I feel like that's the reason for me.
Why should people subscribe?
People should subscribe because have you seen the content? Yeah, like have you seen the content? Like I've made it, like I want to take it upon myself to like have so rich content so that when you watch, your life is literally transformed.
Never the same.
Yes.
Yeah, which is what I was even telling you about our show.
Yeah.
Beyond and Above. Like we've kept this standard whereby whoever you're going to watch in the show should be someone who would change your perception of life in a positive manner. I was just talking about how we had Brighton on the first episode, and Brighton was his story is amazing. How he met Obama. Right now he's the current global director for the United Nations Sustainable Development Network. Not just Africa director, global director, and he's Zambian, you know. So such stories, and I understand what you mean. So we're excited, we're subscribing. So yeah, you should share the video with me so that I can also share it on my YouTube channel.
I will.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm so blessed and inspired. There are actually things that I've just found out in this interview. Me too, guys. Like I'm also in awe like you. But otherwise, thank you so much, Florence, for allocating time. I know you're such a busy person, but you found time. She's tired, guys. Like she's tired, exhausted, tired. But then here we are, and thank you so much. And I look forward to another interview.
Thank you for having me. I know the next interview will probably be doing it in, New York.
Amen to that.
And then we'll go to Dubai.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, and say goodbye from us.